Yeah, I hear you, bro. I've really backed off of reading shit because it's just nonstop aggravation. Oh my god. Oh my god. Copy the link. Yeah, you sons of guns. Yeah, bitches. Oh shit, son. Oh shit. What's on your mind, salty language? I don't know. The fact we're live. Piece of shit. Paste. Boom. Your mother, Steve. Add to your post. What can I add? Probably nothing fun. No, I should reach out to him. It's hard because he's one of those guys that it's like a one-way street. You know? Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, you know, you hit the point where you're like, all right, what are we doing? Yeah. So. But I mean, I love the guy. I genuinely do. But yeah, there we go. Oh, that's interesting.
Hey, enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language, episode 694.
The sexiest podcast on the network. Hello, Brian.
Well, hello there.
Fix your noggin again.
Tony, yeah, that's what
it's a
happens.
weekly occurrence.
Does this help?
I mean, it's erotic.
Back and forth. Yeah. Well, you're welcome, I guess.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, man. How's it going?
Oh, not too bad. Real comfortable right now, man. Got me a new computer chair finally. The one I had was the one that was my backup chair for a long time. And the other chair, the hydraulics finally shit on it. Like I couldn't get the chair to stay.
Stop making that shit bounce in the street.
Well, I can't help it, man.
True.
You know, that's
Once
what
the
kids
bass
want.
hits, what are you gonna do?
Yep, you got to throw that ass. I mean, you know.
I was more leaning towards the hydraulics, but whatever, you do you, brother.
I thought you were talking about dropping it low. My fault.
Once those hydraulics went out, I'm sure.
Yeah, dude, my hydraulics have been going out for a long time. Like if I throw it down, it's staying down. I ain't trying to. You know, it's funny talking about that actually, because I get this chair and I. Because I'm an ample gentleman, I went out and got a big and tall chair, thinking maybe that would help, so it'd be a little sturdier.
Just say that we need a clothing store called Ample Gentleman.
I like this idea.
I think it'd be terrific.
Right. So this chair is huge. Like it's maybe even.
Would you say
big.
It's fit for a king?
It is. I mean, it's very
throne-like.
It is. I'm happy with.
Is it
that
made
part
of swords?
Of it,
Wrong throne.
No, I couldn't
Too much politics
that.
involved that throne.
yeah, I don't have enough dragons
True.
anymore. It's a
It's a
whole
to-do.
thing, Yeah. But so the chair comes in and uh my brother came over a couple days later and I was like, "Hey, can you help me get this chair out of the box?" Cuz it was a huge box. And I'm like, "This is going to for sure be easier with two people,
Mm,
you know." So he's like, "Yeah, no problem." So we get into it and he goes, "Do you want me to help you put it together?" And I was like, "Sure, cuz you're here, might as well, right? Again, two sets of hands
two
and all."
pairs of shades.
So yeah, and most of it was pretty easy. It's just, screw things into place, blah blah, right? Get to the armrests, and oh my god, the armrests are first of all, the padding on them is massive. And again, it's amazing when you're like leaning back in the
Yeah.
chair, super comfortable. The problem is, I think where my mouse is, it's almost too high.
Are you saying that it's too
So
cushy and comfortable?
it might be. As much as I don't want to complain about that,
I mean, just,
So I
play
may
enough
have to
online
move.
shooters and wear that foam down a little bit.
Yeah, right. Just take the armrest off. But the way, it's got like two spots where the armrest is metal. So you put the two ends over the two prongs, and speaking of metal,
Oh, yeah,
prong.
nice.
But and then you screw them in, right? Seems easy,
Yeah.
no problem.
Seamless.
Yeah, then we put it all together. We go to bring it in through the doorway, and I'm like, this isn't gonna
God
fit.
damn, how big's that
And my
fucking
brother's
chair?
like, dude, it's big. I'm telling you, it's big.
It seems
So,
like
I'm
you
like,
remember that one Gallagher special with that giant sofa on stage?
yeah, it's pretty much what I got. Yeah.
That's what I'm picturing.
So I'm like, oh no, So I was like, shit, we got to take the arms back off to get this thing through. And doing that, it still was tight.
So if you were trying to like get that done before a bomb went off, would that be an arms race?
Yeah.
Ugh, I'll see myself
ooh,
out here.
ooh. Yeah, please do. So we get it in here and we go to put the arms back on, and dude, they did not want to go on for some reason. Like it was almost like once those bolts were taken out, it was like they were one use, like they only go one way. And then we finally got them on, and the one on the right side, it's weird because the bolt, or not the bolt, but the piece that's in the actual chair, apparently, like, you can only put the bolt in so far, and then it won't go any further. And that's not as far as the other one. Yeah, well, the other side bottoms out. The right side does not. That's the little bit of concerning part.
Brian, I have a
it's
drill.
in quite a
We
ways.
can make a hole.
Yeah, it's interesting, but it's on there tight. I mean, it's just not as tight as it's supposed to be, I think. So, that's the only actual complaint I have. I mean, other than that, it's quite nice.
Have you rented out the chair's spare room yet?
No.
It's that extra source
yet.
of income. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm
assuming you're
should,
in the penthouse, so.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah,
it's a very tall backed chair.
But what it actually is, and then I realized as we're trying to bring it in, I'm going to grab it by the top of it to kind of slide it in here, and
Ceilings
I realized
that
the headrest actually.
Oh
no, the headrest extends up though.
Like you just
I don't
gouged
need it
the drywall.
extended.
Shit, it's too tall.
Yeah,
this chair's enormous.
Yeah. It's bigger than the house.
That's pretty wild.
It is. It was not what I was expecting.
Yeah, I've really
regard.
considered buying a nicer chair because, like, this one I have is the bottom of the barrel IKEA office chair, and it's
the Flurin.
Yes, the Flurin. You're correct. You're right.
The Flurin. Yes. Yeah.
But see, what I need is the Von Flurin, right? Which is much beefier and.
Oh, I thought that was just that chair, but it had a V monogrammed on it.
Yes, absolutely.
And it comes with a couple of meatballs.
I mean, it's IKEA. It has to. With lindenberry or whatever the hell it is.
Sure.
Whatever the Swedes do. I don't know. But yeah, I'm with you on that one. And like my buddy at work was showing me his chair he bought from Big Lots on clearance. It's like $130 gaming chair you got it for like $60. I'm like, oh,
Nice.
I wish I would have thought of that.
Yeah. You know, that was the thing that actually got me with this one was I looked on Amazon or different places
Yeah.
first, you know, like or not Big Lots, geez, like Office Max and such. And for any of the big and tall chairs there, they're like $300. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not spending $300 on a chair. And so I was like, well, I'll look on Amazon and just, you know, have a look. And when I did, you know, I see it was another one from this company, but it was one of those ones with like the mesh back and everything. But it was a big and tall chair. The ratings were decent on it. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't look like it has a lot of real support to it, though.
It needs a support
You know?
system.
Yeah. Like I want some lumbar
yeah.
support, you know, and such. I want to feel like the chair's cradling,
making sweet love
you
to
know,
you.
like nestling me to its
Exactly.
warm bosoms.
Spooning you.
Exactly. And, you know, so when you know how a lot of times it'll be like other people bought or whatever. And then this chair showed up and I'm like, wow, it's got like a 4.9 rating. And, you know, I'm looking through all the reviews and like, you know, a couple of people did say that it was too tall. And I thought they meant maybe the back. And I'm like, oh, you know what? Like the armrest might be the issue for some people, you know, because one guy said that he had to move his keyboard and mouse because they were in a tray. I really think if I put them up on my desktop, I think I'd be fine. But I have a tray that's underneath that slides out, you know, and that's I think where the
so
problem
many
is.
returns from the Wonka factory.
Yeah,
oh my God.
probably.
They overbought them. Come on, Willie. What are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, he likes a good buy on furniture.
Like a good buy on furniture.
Yeah, that's why he started Ollie's.
Wouldn't that be great? That was just the Willy Wonka weird side project. Fucking Ollie's.
Yeah, just Ollie's. Yeah, he's obsessed with two things: candy making and getting people deals on weird items.
I do enjoy an Ollie's run every now and then.
Me too. You know, I like going in there. You never know
you
what the hell they're
never
gonna
know.
have.
It's like when you see one of those roadside stands, it's got a bunch of skulls and shit, and like a turquoise table outside.
Yeah.
You're like, well, clearly we need.
Beds
for
some reason.
For the murders and the sacrifices.
Yeah,
they're not permanent beds; they're temporary.
Oh, that explains why they rent this. Okay.
Yeah, I do like an Ollie's. Well, besides your enormous chair, how was your week?
It's been mostly good. The weather warming up
helps.
Messed my head up
helps
pretty bad
me
yesterday, but yeah, no, it's great otherwise, but it's kind of wrecked me yesterday, as you already know, since I didn't show up to spread democracy.
You missed a good operation. Us versus the bugs.
Yeah.
We got some shit handled.
Yeah, that's
had a hilarious moment where I wasn't letting us not go home, and I had to wait for Cheeto's countdown counter to get down to 0 from like 2 minutes and just hold the landing pad. Because we're all going home. Sergeant Slaughter from G.I. Joe the movie. We all go home or no one goes home.
That's right. He's lucky you care about him enough, that you weren't just like, screw that guy, I'm going home.
He's my diver, my fellow diver.
Yeah.
Holy diver. All right. I was going to tell you, you missed out, but I'm glad you already, brought it up. It was fun.
I figured
we definitely need to figure it out where all three of us can get together and do some shit.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yes. Although, it's coming up. Fuck me. End of January, my PlayStation Plus lapses. And I have on good authority they're having a sale on subscriptions on February 14th. So I'm gonna
perfect for Valentine's Day.
So I'm gonna be offline for 2 weeks. It's gonna suck.
Jeez. What are you gonna
do? Skyrim. Play Cyberpunk.
That makes sense.
Or Yakuza. Whatever games I don't need to be online to play.
Right. Don't forget crying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm a champion, but I can always dust off
in the shower.
Dust off those controllers again. Play the crying game.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait a minute.
I've been playing that new God of War, by the way. Fucking awesome, dude.
Which one is that? Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Or is that?
It's terrific.
Ragnarok and roll.
I forgot how
Right.
hard yet satisfying those games are, and
Right.
it just looks amazing. And
Yeah, I haven't played one on. I'm trying to think if I played one on PS4. I think the last one I played was on
oh my
PS3.
god! So you haven't
Been
played
that
the
long?
2016 God of War or whatever it was? The one with
No,
when
I
you're
don't think
introduced
so.
to his son. Oh,
No, I definitely haven't
you
played
gotta
that
play
one.
it. It's so good. I think it's on. Well, I don't know what level PlayStation Plus you have. I don't recall.
It's
Oh,
the
okay. I was
low
like,
end.
I think you can get it through to mid grade. This is where it
Ah,
sucks that physical games are so hard to come by anymore. Because I could be like, Brian, I
yeah.
got you.
Well, especially when they throw it in the free thing. So,
You know, well, no.
did you see
What?
they?
Go ahead.
Well, oh, I was gonna say, did you see that they announced that next year they're gonna switch over to where, excuse me, all the games are gonna be
I did see
PS5.
that.
Like, so people with PS4 basically won't get much, if anything, out of the stuff, which kind of
It
sucks.
does, but when I'm up here in
you
my
know?
ivory tower looking down at them,
Yeah,
what am I
I
going to do?
agree. Now that I'm also in that ivory
Yes.
tower, I know. Yeah, point and laugh.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
exactly.
what you do. But it also usually kind of signals that official moving
Yeah,
on.
I know.
You know, which is again fine, since now that I have a PS5, I'm not like scared by it or anything. But I saw a lot of people in the comments on Reddit that were like, like it's about time. But then there's other people that are kind of like, yeah, but what are they going to put
Yeah,
in
right.
there? They're like, a lot of the games are still like kind of PS4 skin.
I mean,
Foreskin.
maybe if we're lucky, they'll kind of go to more like the route of Games Pass and put like newer games in, and shit like that. Because I think Xbox
Which
is
would be
really
cool.
doing it right.
Yep. Well, it helps that they own half the gaming industry.
You know
now,
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. I agree with you though. It is really cool that they put so many games in.
Yeah,
like day one,
games.
or they put AAA titles in. Not ones that are like just failures or
Right.
something.
Yes. Oops, all failures.
Although that is a great way to get people to try a game that maybe, like, again, I beating the dead horse, but us with Saints Row. If it wouldn't have been in that free thing, we would have never played it probably.
There's a lot of games.
Maybe if it had dropped to $5, I might have, but not at 40 or 50.
There's so many games and free drops and all that stuff that I would absolutely have never played.
Oh, for sure, right? Yeah.
And I'm glad I got to, because a lot of them have been great.
Yeah. Well, even if they're not great, if they're serviceable, you know what I mean? It's like if it fits, like I always kind of felt like if it feels like like you'd pay 10 or $15 for it, and you get it through there, then it's like, that's cool. Cause you're right. Those are those games that we might have rented,
for sure.
But you're not going to just take the shot on unless it's got like great reviews and it was something you're interested in anyway.
Going back to
why
why I wish you could still rent games.
Yeah. Me too.
Anywho,
why? It makes you wonder a little bit with games. Like they have it set up so you can rent movies. Wonder why they like if there's what the barrier is to like have that same service but for games.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Like you just straight digital.
I'm not sure.
Because the game's already there.
Yeah, I really don't know.
It's just I wonder why. Because I think a lot of people would like that.
Yeah, if I could be like, oh shit, I can rent that Space Marine game, Warhammer. Oh, I could pay $7 and get to play it for 5 days. I might do that.
Right. Yeah. That's what I mean. It just makes me wonder, because like you said, I know we're not alone in that. I've seen other people and heard other people talk about that with games, about how they miss that part of like video stores more than anything, because you can rent pretty much or stream pretty much anything you want movie wise,
I mean, there's so many games that I look at and I'm like, man, that looks cool, but I'm not paying that much for it. Like that.
That's why I usually wish list
and hope for a good sale, right? Like the big Game of the Year award winner last year was that Meta Refantismo or whatever the hell it is. And looking at it, I'm like, it's a JRPG, which I like.
Yeah,
but it's like,
awesome.
but it's one of those games. I'm like I'm not like, oh shit, new Yakuza. Oh shit, it's whatever. It's like, it's okay. It looks cool, but it's won so many awards. I want to play it, but I don't want to spend $70.
Well, that's the thing too. Right, that's the thing too. Is it's like it's won so many awards. It's got so many great reviews that you're like there's very little chance I'm not going to.
Clearly, there's something there.
Right. But again, it's still $70.
Now, if I if I never heard about the game, didn't know it won all this stuff, I would look at it and be like, that's really probably not for me. Honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said a minute ago, at best for me, it would probably have ended up maybe on a wish list. Like, hey, maybe eventually if it's
$10-15 or something.
Right. Versus the fact that it's done so well, it's like odds are it's not going to be a $10 or $15 game. So it's more of a, will it hit $40 or $30 or even $50? It's like it's not as bad if it's
like another prime example is I really want to play that RoboCop Rogue City. But I've heard it's pretty much one note. Like it doesn't have a whole lot of replayability. And I have that on. I keep watching it and waiting for it to drop in a price low enough that I'm like, okay, now it's worth it to me. Like that Star Wars game I played, $17, perfect price for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always a great price on stuff too. I mean, I feel like we're probably going to see a lot less of that over time with some of these titles, or not less of it, but it'll take longer to hit that number because people are, the game companies don't want to drop it that low that quick.
Not like us, we love dropping it low.
You
were talking about it earlier. Come on now.
Yeah, I know it's true. It's true. I was just looking. We were speaking of wish list, and I was like, I actually forgot I was going to add that game to my wish list. Metaphor.
I've been trying to perfect my pizza dough recipe now. Yeah, I think I got a good one, which I actually got off of ChatGPT of all things.
Oh, geez.
Because the one I had before, it didn't work for me. Like I liked the consistency, but the flavor wasn't there.
Really quick, do you still have the Plus Premium?
No.
Oh, okay. Because there's a game trial for that.
I am a
Metaphor.
I downgraded to mid grade, and then I'll probably keep mid grade. I got to do the math, see how much the discounts are that they're offering.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
Sorry about that.
Anyway, but yeah, so I asked ChatGPT for a bread machine pizza dough recipe with flavor. Like I want flavor country, basically.
So it tells you to grind up some Marlboros and then sprinkle that in, right? Delicious.
You ever have a John Wayne pie?
Man, that's amazing. For dessert ones, you got to find yourself some menthol somehow, though.
Somehow. I live in Toledo. People smoke menthols all over the place here.
Do they? I thought they got rid of those.
They were supposed to, but
Oh, okay. America.
What the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, so it's just loaded with herbs. It's like KFC chicken, herbs and spices.
Right.
Bro, shit was delicious.
Right. And some of the Colonel's ashes.
Well, yeah. But yeah, I think I got my pizza dough dialed in. Thank God.
Nice.
Very excited.
Excellent.
About this.
That's great though. If you can get yourself a nice herby crust if you want it.
Herbed for her pleasure.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, it's been a pretty quiet week for me. I'm not gonna lie. It's just been work, like usual. My favorite. No, it's not. It's horrifying.
Is your favorite?
It's the worst, Brian.
No, you sure? I thought it was your favorite.
We're very slow right now. Which I guess I'm glad. I got off the floor because at least I get my hours. Unlike a lot of guys I work with, but man, I just need to become independently wealthy. Patreon.com/saltylanguage.
Yes.
Yes.
All we need to do is find out that one of our parents owned a diamond mine or something like that. Mine, not mined. A diamond mine would be interesting.
It's fresh out. It was already mined.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it, we bought the used one. We put our life savings into this. And that's the story of how my parents bought a hole.
Yep. Huh. That's how I divorced your mother.
Oh, you know what I did Friday?
Tap dance?
I thought about it. I went to a walleye game.
Oh, really?
Many moons ago. Well, not many moons. A couple weeks. Dude I work with was like, just came, we were out having some beers after work. And he was like, we should all go to a walleye game sometime. We're all like, yeah, that'd probably be a good time. And then like 10 minutes later, he's like, all right, guys, save the date. We're like, what? He's like, oh, I bought everyone tickets. So like, oh, all right. Of course, you expect everyone to pay it back, which we did. But I haven't been to a hockey game.
Would have been funny if everybody would been like, oh,
yeah. Well, one guy was. One guy, probably because he had too many pints in him, was like, yeah, sounds great. And he was like, dude, I'm leaving on a cruise the next day. I can't go to this game. I got to be traveling.
Disagree. He'll be fine.
But, yeah, I haven't been to a game, though, since, like, Leo was itty-bitty. It's been forever.
Yeah. I've never been to a walleye game.
Tickets aren't that bad. It's a good time. We should check it out. I
just haven't been to one.
They played it like
I've
April,
had plenty of opportunities.
Well, through your nephew for sure. I was like, they play through like April. We got plenty of opportunities if you're in.
Yeah.
But like everyone was excited because it was blackout night. Blacked out jerseys, and it was sick, right?
Right. Everyone got real drunk. Yeah.
Like some of the guys I work with.
$1 pints.
Oh my God, imagine that shit. That'd be insane.
That's why I said, that literally would be
for sure.
Night.
But they don't live in like our area. They travel to work. So they were just like, they left work in the middle of the afternoon. We're like, we're just going to go downtown and start pregaming. I'm like, you guys have fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to go home, hang out with Michelle, eat some food, and I'll come meet you, which was the right move. Right. But but we were one of the first 1,500s in, Brian. So look at my price. My shiny head I just shaved. Check this shit out. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's a hockey helmet knit cap.
Yes.
Isn't that great? It's a little itchy on the inside, I'm not gonna lie.
Great, actually. Yeah.
It's probably not made from the finest of furs.
What are you talking, dude? It's a free item. Of course, it's made from the finest of materials.
It reminded me of how small Toledo is, because my friend ran into a friend he went to high school with, and then 10 minutes later, running into my sister and Brian and my nieces. I mean, it was just it's like everywhere we walked, there's like, oh, I know that person. It's just fucking weird, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds awful.
But it was fun. It went to overtime and then into a shootout where the walleye won, so that was a good time. Nice. Kind of a boring game, all in all.
Yeah.
But I mean, the shootout was great, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I miss being at games when they go to a shootout, man. There's nothing better than as much, that's one of my favorite things of a live sporting event, a hockey game that goes to a shootout.
What was wild was the fucking beer prices.
Like $10 for a 10-ounce.
I got I had 2 beers, I think. Yeah, 2 beers. Mm-hmm. I got they had a really nice bar, and they had a beer hug. I can't remember who brews it. And a can of that was like $8, which I'm like, that's not terrible for a craft beer.
Oh, so not
so I'm like, but it was a can. And it was so fucking cold I had to buy a koozie. Like I'm walking around, and I kept passing it. I'm like, this is too cold. And there was a merch booth. I'm like, you got koozies? So I have another koozie in my collection.
Nice.
And then my buddy was like, hey man, if you're heading up there, because I was going to go take a leak, he's like, could you get me a beer? Sure, I'll get you a beer. I know what he likes.
You just head out into into a little private corner and pee.
Yeah, I mean, basically from what I bought him, because he likes Busch Light, right?
You're like, here you go. That's $20.
Tall boy Busch Light, $11. Yes.
Oh my God. That explains why my brother and my nephew went to see the Red Wings a little while ago. And my brother said he got like a sausage and a hot dog, and he said he basically spent $30. And I was like, how? And so that would make more sense.
Dude,
Good Lord.
so my other beer, I got a draft Labatt. And it was like a decent, in a souvenir cup. That was $10. That was the bargain.
Right. Well, you got
and I got a cup too. Yeah. But I mean, I usually don't drink Labatt. For some reason, Labatt gives me a headache. I don't know why. Yeah, I've never had good experiences with Labatt.
Okay.
So I wasn't really excited by this, but it was the cheapest one they had.
Yeah.
Right.
It's been a while since I've been to that venue. The last time I was there was when me and T went to see wrestling the one time, and we were gonna go get some beers. And I think Yingling Tall Boys were like $8 or $9. I think we each had one. And we were like, we were both kind of like, we can just go have some pints after if we want beer, as much as, you want to have some pints in you so you get extra rowdy for
rowdy about.
Stuff, right. But it's also like, my wallet's like, hey, maybe don't, So you look at you're like, oh, just get like a soda or a water or something. And they're like, oh, those are $9 also. And you're like, well, in that case,
my dude got a box of popcorn. That was like $7. Yeah. But it was still a good time.
Yeah. It's one of those things where you just know it's going to be horribly overpriced, but it's, captive venue and all, it's not like you can do much about it unless you're going to try to smuggle your own in, which good luck with that. Yeah.
And then, I ran into my sibling. They're like, oh, we should get together this weekend. So we ended up going back downtown on Sunday because Peanut has been playing pickleball.
Okay.
And there's a brand new pickleball facility built downtown.
I heard about it.
Fucking nice, dude.
I've heard that it's really nice, but I can't get over how pickleball has caught on. Do you remember when we were children and when it was like a shitty day outside and they were like, oh, we're staying in and playing pickleball, and everyone was like,
oh, yeah, it's all the rage now, bro.
Because nobody liked it.
It's all the rage now.
There was no one excited about pickleball when we were kids.
We all wanted dodgeball or parachutes. Let's be real.
True. We really wanted parachutes. Listen, as a fat kid, I didn't want dodgeball. I got a hell of an arm, but I didn't want
Fair
dodgeball.
Enough.
Because I was a big target, But yeah, I don't know. It's weird to me. Although I mean, I kind of get it because people are like, I want to play tennis, but I don't want to be athletic. That active. Right. So it's like pickleball. It is. I get it.
No, this place is nice. It's right on the river. I guess it used to be a city garage. And it's, what they have, like probably 10, 11 courts in there because there's a championship court.
Oh.
But then it's, they got a really nice bar. They got a restaurant space with a ton of tables. They got arcade machines. Right. They're going to have an outdoor patio, an outdoor bar. I mean, and we got the food, and I'll be honest, I got Nashville hot chicken chunks. They were not even hot.
They were Nashville.
Yeah, and I mean the flavor was okay, but and then Michelle got mac and cheese, and it was like almost too rich. She couldn't eat it. Like it needed like breadcrumbs on it or something to kind of cut through all that like fatty richness.
Yeah, sure.
Sounds like a fucking like villain of Archie. Fatty richness.
Fatty richness. It does. Yeah.
God damn it.
It's just like the old editorial cartoons of a fat cat.
Yeah, exactly. Top hat, monocle, of course.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Of course. Big belly, laughing all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, fatty riches.
Its cigars on. Yeah, its cigars are made out of $100
Absolutely.
bills.
But the place is pretty cool, though, man. Like to the point, I was like, because Brian was like, we should play pickleball together. I'll teach you. And I'm like, you know what? You let me know, because I do want to try to be like active.
Oh no, Tony!
But dude, I looked at how much it is to be a member there. bro.
Yeah,
It's
a lot. Well, it makes sense. It's a brand new big old facility,
like,
so
bottom
you got to
tier
recoup that
membership
money
is
somehow.
way too much for me to stomach. It's the classic,
Right.
Joe Exotic. I will never financially recover from this.
Right. Well, and also you promised your sensei you would never play.
That's true.
Pickleball again.
After the
So,
infamous pickle death of '92.
right. Yeah, when you somehow killed everyone in the stands. It's very, very weird. I'm glad there wasn't video of that.
I know. Thank God. I think I was pre-video days.
Yeah, YouTube takes it down if someone tries to upload it.
Yeah, nice facility though, man. It, like walking in there, like, is this Toledo? Because it was so modern and clean looking and just nice.
It makes you really wonder on something like pickleball if 10 years from now they're going to be going, why did we build this? Or if it's still going to be going strong.
That's true.
Because it, I mean, it's been around for a little bit now, I mean, and not around, but I mean, like hot for a good minute or two here,
Well,
so
look how
I can see
enormous
it.
disc golf is now.
Oh, exactly. That's kind of what I was getting at is I remember people first talking about disc golf or pickleball. And I don't remember who it was like a few years ago. And so, have you ever heard of pickleball? I'm like, yeah, we used to play it in like junior high and high school in gym when we weren't allowed to go outside because the weather sucked. And I'm like, and everybody was like, can we just run laps? Like it was like nobody wanted to play it. It was funny how, now adults are being introduced to it. And it's like, as a child, you were like, this sucks. As an adult, you're like, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Yeah.
Low impact. This is great, guys.
Yeah. Doesn't take a lot of coordination. It's got a big paddle, so I have a better shot at hitting the ball.
Good clean fun.
Yeah. That's what I've heard. I have no interest in it, but yeah.
Man.
It's not about just not being active or anything. Like I said, I just did not enjoy it much as a kid. Like my brother and I used to go, we had he had tennis rackets. We used to go, just, terribly play tennis.
Mm-hmm.
It was more, just volleying. It's not like we were, out there pretending we were Andre Agassi.
Every time you hit
anything,
it, you moan like a female tennis player.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can watch this.
Yeah. That explains the crowds every time we played. Yeah. Huh. All right. Yeah. Yeah. The only way I was like Andre Agassi was losing my hair, so.
Still can't believe he played in that fucking lion's mane wig. That's insane.
I know, right? That's so crazy.
You imagine if he would have done a header and his hair fell off? That would have been crazy.
Oh man, that would have been. Well, the thing is, because that would have there still would have been video of that, obviously, because of like ESPN and shit. So that would have lived forever on the internet.
It'd be
either
like
way,
when Milli Vanilli got caught.
Oh my God! Right? Girl, it's girl.
Exactly.
Oh boy. Oh
like
boy.
Andre's on like a clay court and he just biffs it and comes up. He's got clay on his face and no hair.
Or is just like
it's like he's looking through the ear hole of his wig, basically.
Yeah, no one says a word. He plays the rest of the match that way. Dude, do you remember when Kurt Angle had to get his head shaved and he wore that wig with the strap?
Oh yeah, I do remember. It was basically like this.
Yeah. It would have been basically like that. Just because he's out there in the next match. Like, is his hair strapped on? Is that what?
Well, they tried staples, but it was too much bleeding.
Yeah, well, you can't play tennis.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing bleeds like a head wound, so.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried. My brother tried one time. Yeah, he swung a tennis racket, and his follow through was a little aggressive, I guess. And
don't tell me about aggressive follow-throughs.
I understand. I wasn't there for his follow through. I was there for yours, but yeah, he had to go get stitches in his forehead because he cut himself up pretty bad with his tennis racket.
Is that the story he tells people?
I assume he just bladed. He just wanted some color in the match.
Fair enough.
So, it's like, buddy, this is not just because there's a cage around the tennis court doesn't mean this is a cage match.
I mean,
like we don't need color for the story.
Neighborhood kids got to do that. I've got a park by
Yeah.
me. It's got fenced in tennis courts. There's got to be kids
Yeah.
in it that are like, "How want to sell?"
Oh, I hope so. They're throwing each other off the top
Hell
through
yeah.
tables. Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Oh God. Yeah. Like I'm Mick Foley.
Crippled. All right, good job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent work,
Yeah.
kiddo. Excellent work.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's play Hell in a Cell. I'm the Undertaker.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no. Like I don't care who I am. Odds are I'm not winning.
It's
here.
true. It's true.
It's the dead
It's
man's match.
true.
Unless I'm Kane, then it would be cool because then I get to tear the side of the
And
cage
shoot
off.
fire out of the corners.
Right. And I need a friend over in the corner going, "It's Kane. It's got to be Kane."
Yes.
or playing JR's call.
Why hasn't Raising Cane's got JR involved? It's Cane's.
I don't know, but they should.
It's Cane's.
Last time I listened to his podcast, he was angling hard for a Sonic endorsement. So I
mean,
don't
their
know,
cherry limeade is top tier. S tier drink, dude. S tier drink.
It was no, I agree with you. Plus, they have the ice that literally people refer to as Sonic ice because it's those little pellet ices that are easy to crunch. Yeah. Fucking hate listening to people chewing ice.
Thank God I don't chew ice in, eh?
Yeah, I don't. So bad for your teeth too.
You're already drinking loads of sugar all over. Who cares?
Oh yeah, you know that's a good point. Well, I think that's probably why it's the killer combo.
Finish him. Molar cracks in half.
Weaken your teeth with all the sugar and everything, and then you hit that hard ice from most places, and the next thing you know,
it's over, Johnny.
Yeah, it's shattering. Shattered
dreams.
Like
some Sonic though. I haven't had a Sonic burger in a minute.
Yeah. I haven't either. Like JR was usually like, it was about, I forgot what drink it was he used to get from there, but it was, basically like the concept like the cherry limeade or something. It was like, there was something he was like, this is the, like at every one of his shows, he would be like, I'll take a sip from my Sonic blah, blah, blah. And he's like, Sonic people, if you're listening. And I'm like, in my head, I'm going, how has somebody not put this together? Like, this is a dude who has a big following. He literally every week is like, I'm drinking the product.
I'm in the parking lot jacking it right now, thinking about a mug of this stuff.
Like, seriously. Yeah. Like, hook a brother up with
I'd
some
love
free
to know
food,
what his drink combo. I bet you it's on the internet.
I can't remember what it was. Yeah.
JR.
It was
Sonic
whiskey and ice.
drink.
Yeah, I can't remember. Right. It's been so long since
JR
I listened to his
is not
podcast.
the way to go because it thinks I'm saying Junior.
Okay, yeah. Jim Ross then, yeah. Because the guy who's on his podcast with him, I just can't stand the guy. Old Conrad, whatever. He's on like a bunch of wrestling podcasts, and he's married to one of Ric Flair's daughters.
Oh boy.
And, yeah, and
Woo,
he just annoys me.
Woo.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. He's not married to the one in WWE. I know that.
Fuck?
I can't.
Thanks, Reddit. This is not what I needed. No, it's not.
Maybe it's what you deserve, though.
Just a lot of Jim Ross talks a lot without actually saying anything. I just want to know what his Sonic
he does
drink
do that
is.
too, but yeah, that's why I said it's been years since I've listened to his show, so I couldn't tell you. But yeah, whatever it was, like every episode though, I mean, he would pause, take a drink, and then boom, he'd basically do a minute, because the guy's a pro. He's been doing ad reads for 100 years, so he basically can just make up an ad read on his own,
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just surprised after a while, like I said, that Sonic wasn't like, hey, this dude's giving us free ads every week. Like, we should throw some food his way, or, hey, here's free drinks whenever you want them, kind of a thing.
You would think, right? Here's a big placard to put behind you.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And here's a, like the Starbucks black card or whatever, where you just get free Starbucks every time.
Burger suit. We need you to wear this.
I mean, depending on, I would do it, as long as I get the right stuff. You line me up with some tots. I mean, I'm listening.
There you go. Tot suit with a hat made of tots. A Stetson made of tots.
I would.
A Stotson.
I would wear that for sure. A Yes, a Stotson. I'd for sure wear that as long as it's not like fresh from the
Fair
fryer.
enough. Well, yeah, you don't want all that Earl all over you. Although that's how it forms your head, though.
I mean, yeah, well, okay. Well, I mean, I'm a gamer, so
Game on.
if that's what
Dude,
we got to do.
I got Taco Tuesday this week from my spot,
Yeah.
And
I was over by your spot the other day because my brother and I went to Culver's over there, and I'm looking out the window over at the place, and I'm just like daydreaming of it.
You should have got the spot. But normally it's a lovely lady working to kind of walk in. It's just like this big old dude just covered in tattoos. I walk in, he's like, "Hey, what's up, brother?" I'm like, "Hey, man, I got a takeout order, for Tony." And he's like, they go in the kitchen, comes out, he's like, "Here you go, brother." He's like, "How's your day today?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm off work. And I'm about ready to go home and have some tacos. And it's a great night." And he just does this. He's just like, "Taco Tuesday." It was Tuesday.
Right. What you didn't know is that guy like cries on the inside every time he does that dance.
He's definitely like, I'm not there for the performance. I'm there for the food.
He was a chubby kid, and his parents always made him do that.
Yeah, it's like the truffle shuffle.
Taco Tuesday. Yeah. He's in therapy for it now.
He just went and ran back and started crying in the cooler. But dude, I got the
like, "Oh, are you okay, man? Taco Tuesday." Oh, not again.
I did it out of my own volition, essay. Oh,
he didn't even say Taco Tuesday this time.
But
it's like, you don't have to do it unless they say Taco Tuesday.
But he does. Deep down inside, he knows he does.
And he needed that smile, though, man.
It was awesome.
Smile.
I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
But dude, I got their queso with chorizo in it as well.
Yeah.
Dude, it slapped.
Sounds amazing.
So fucking good. The chips were kind of sus. I'm like, these are definitely store-bought chips looking at them.
Ah, boo.
But, that queso was so good.
Yeah. I don't think I've had bad chorizo queso.
Fundito, I believe.
So.
I think so.
Sure.
Maybe.
Something like that. I think that's one of our longtime listeners, isn't it? Queso Fundito.
My God, that would be a great alternate name for Cheeto Bandito.
That's
yes, he is definitely Queso Fundito.
Oh yeah, he comes out with us. Yeah, El Tigre and oh shit, I forgot my name. Oh no, how could I forget it?
We have a very old like illustration type thing we did up.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, no.
Oh God, what the fuck was your luchador name, Brian?
I don't remember now. Oh my God, how could I forget that? I feel so awful for forgetting my own damn luchador name.
Now. You might have to peruse the Salty Libsyns, maybe. Look at our database of fun and hijinks.
Man.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Or maybe Cheeto will remember. And
he does have a, steel trap memory of show stuff. I don't know even know what we talked about 2 seconds ago. I'll be honest. Who are you? Why am I here?
All I know is my brain just started going back to the soundboard days.
El Tigre. That was good times, man.
Yep.
It's pretty wild. I watched Family
Tigers.
Yeah. I watched some Family Feud today.
No.
Yeah, it's wild, crazy because it was on break.
Wait, who I assume Steve Harvey Family Feud, right? Okay.
So I'm gonna top answers on the board. I'm gonna give you this question that they gave to this.
All right.
This guy that he probably shouldn't have been let out of the home. He was so old and confused, you could tell.
Yeah. Right.
And it was, name a day that single people dread the most. Now, mind you, Valentine's Day was number one answer. That's what got the question to the family. So you can't pick Valentine's Day. So I guess just give me an answer, and then I'm going to give you what he said.
Monday would be the first thing that popped in my head. Because people hate Mondays. So were they meaning like singular day, like Valentine's Day, basically?
Like single day is like you're a single person.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I see. Okay.
So I was like, Monday.
Yeah, well, because Well, when you said a
I
single
understand.
day, I'm thinking like just
a
pick
day,
a day.
comma,
Yeah, okay.
where if as a single person you dread.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I mean, Sweetest Day would probably
That
be
was the
another
one I
one, wouldn't it?
thought was the answer no one could get, and it wasn't on there. So it was
okay.
New Year's.
Yeah, that was going to be my next guess.
Christmas.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
Tax
Arbor
Day was the other one.
Oh, because you get deductions if you're married.
It's pretty lame.
There's ones on there that sometimes I'm like, I feel like somebody just like one person said that, and they were just like, we're going to include it.
While they were trying to figure out what tax day was, they go to this old guy who should not be on TV.
He's like, my birthday.
Steve Harvey, what's a day that single people dread the most, or whatever the question was, and the guy's like, wedding day.
I'll say this. This is the best defense I can give the guy, aside from Your Honor, my client's an idiot, which is my hands down best defense ever. Right. Which is, if you're a single person, going to a wedding could kind of suck, because a lot of them are like, oh, you have a +1, and you're like, yeah, I don't though. I guess I'm bringing my cat.
Yeah, everyone's allergic. Greatest wedding ever.
Even better. Yep. Cat destroys everything, pushes all the drinks on the floor, but no one can outdance the cat. What you can do?
Pause of fury.
Wow, wedding day though, huh?
I felt so bad for the guy, because after it came out of his mouth, you could see his brain process a little bit. He was kind of like, oh. I'm sure the rest of the family was like, God damn it, Grandpa,
Why did we bury
exactly.
Papa?
He insisted. This is his dream.
Yeah. He's the one that entered us.
Yeah, you could just see it like
he was
ripple
clicking
through.
On his
they
phone.
ended up winning anyway, because that's one thing I hate about Family Feud. Is your family could suck, but if you do good on that last round, you're good.
Miss all the rest. Yeah,
it's the dumbest shit ever.
It's so funny.
And it's like, and they failed the last round, and then the other family didn't get it, so by default they go to the finals. I'm like, these people all suck. Yeah. The other family's least entertaining,
Yeah. My favorites are the ones where you get all the answers but one, and then the other team gets one answer, and they get to go on.
It's just fucking brutal, dude.
Come on. Like, we just did all the work. Whenever I watch that show, there's so many times where someone will say something, and you're just that's one of the reasons I love Steve Harvey versus any of the other hosts, is that when someone gives a absolutely ass answer, Steve Harvey is usually just like, like sometimes you'll see, like, he'll be on the right side and they'll give the answer, and as he's saying, show me, he's walking to the other side because he knows it.
Well, there was an example of that very thing in the same episode, because the other family had a young dude in his early 20s maybe, and the question was, and the question's already been said, It's not like the first time you heard it. Name something that you would get in trouble for at a nude beach. And his response was streaking. And Steve Harvey just went, okay. And he's like, okay. And then he put his hand on the desk. And he's like, all right, I'm going to read to you this question word for word. And then you tell me what you just said. And he reads it again. And as soon as he hit nude beach, the guy just went, oh. Oh, I misheard you.
Yeah. It's like, that's just called going for a job.
Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Like, in the quad, it's a problem. But on the nude beach,
pretty good.
Pretty normal.
Pretty,
no big
pretty
deal.
normal.
Flopping bits. Yeah. Yep. That's why I love when he just destroys somebody after they give a really shitty answer. Especially, like, there'll be times where someone will be like, terrible answer, and the family's like, good answer. And he's like, no,
it is not. So that's why it's good to have like a stand-up in that position.
Yeah, that's why I said I in that aspect I like him more than others. Sometimes he kind of makes it a little too much about himself.
I mean, he's Steve Harvey.
Like, he kind of goes, he goes a little too ham.
Have you seen that mustache? Have you seen those suits?
I figure that's what's I have. I figure that's what's going on is the mustache takes over once in a while, and
Bro, if it
that's when things
last
go
week, 'cause it's
sideways.
on every time I'm on lunch. If
Yeah.
he would have came out with a yellow Melania Trump hat, he would have looked like the fucking Mask. Because he had just this bright yellow suit on, and he comes out in.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he just needs that.
Man,
that cow,
he needs
that
to come
cow
out
lung
one of these
hat
times.
Or whatever.
Yes.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that'd be good. He needs to come out one of these times in like a suit of mustache, like just got mustaches all over it.
Actual real mustaches.
Yes, like they've shaved it. It's all made from his mustache hair. They just keep shaving it off.
Oh, I thought this is when Steve Harvey gets revealed as the missing lip serial killer. So he just cuts mustaches off of people's faces.
Wow, that would be a thing. Wow, just keeps them all in baggy,
He's
stapled to his wall or something.
Suit out of them.
Yeah. It's like no known cause at the time, and then a week later, it's like in a twisted update.
Former Family Feud host
Mustache.
Steve Harvey.
Yeah. No, he's still.
Oh yeah,
he's still the host
because he rules. Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine. He hosts from prison.
Like,
it's all right.
The Harv? We can't fire the Harv.
Yeah, like come on.
Oh.
Look at all the joy he's brought us. Look at that
Look
mustache.
Look at those suits. Look at that bald head.
That's how I would defend him. Me being the ace defense attorney I am. I'd be like, look at that mustache. You gonna put that mustache in prison? Boom, acquitted immediately.
Have you ever played any of those games? Those Phoenix Wright Ace Attorneys?
It's funny. While I had PlayStation Plus, they had one of them in there, and I was like, I had them on my DS, but I never played them. Jen used to play them all the time. She liked playing them, and I just never bothered. And I was like, I should play one because I've always heard they were kind of fun. So I finally have played one. I played like one case during the time that I had it, and then I changed my subscription, so I can't play it anymore.
Fair enough.
But it was kind of fun. There was one of the times where, in the case, your boss is basically like, "Hey, dipshit, you got this. Figure it out." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna." And I picked the thing, and then in the game, the guy's like, "What about this?" And the judge is like, "What the hell are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense." And I'm like, "He's right. It didn't make any sense. I didn't think the way the game wants me to think. I'm thinking, a different way." So, that's really, I feel like the thing to the game is to figure out how the game wants you to think.
Interesting.
Towards the cases, because some of the stuff I was like, but he said this, and then they were like, whatever. It's like, oh, okay, now I see where they wanted me to go. I was like, all right, I guess. Like, I still feel like my line of defense or attack was valid, but all right.
They don't have a creative character, my guy.
They don't. I know. Yeah. So
you have to be Phoenix Wright. God damn it.
I guess. Yeah.
I
was Phoenix.
I've
wrong.
also been. They're definitely enjoying the shit out of Skyrim again. How satisfying that game is, man.
For a few months, and then you'll set it down and forget about it for 6 years again. That's all right. It'll still be
I'm at the
for
point
you.
now that I've played it so much that I'm like, okay, I don't want to be a stealth archer because that's what everybody does. I don't really want to be a mage. So no, what I'm doing is it's all heavy armor. It's going to be all two-handed weapons. My dude doesn't believe in bows and arrows unless it's for hunting because that's not cool. And no magic.
Okay.
It's all going to be potions and food.
Oh wow! Good luck with that.
I have like a companion.
Some of those things.
I give her the best bow I can find.
Okay.
Lydia knows how to shoot a bow.
I was gonna say, I was like, how are you gonna get through some of that with no range attack?
I thought about that the first time you fight the first dragon. I'm like, this is gonna be hard.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The dragon,
I have not played the game, but I watched my nephew beat that dragon. So,
when you beat the dragon, though, you become a Jarl, and you have a house Carl, and you can just be like, hey, follow me. And she'll be like, all right. And whatever weapons and armor you give her, she uses. She also can carry way more stuff than you can. So once you hit the point where you're like, I'm overburdened, I'm like, hey, get over here. And I just load her up with shit. She's my pack mule that fires arrows. It's amazing.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Okay. It would be way cooler if you literally
battle
had a
pack
pack mule
mule?
that could fire arrows, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Armor that
You know what's
some
even
bitch
better
up.
than a battle pack mule, Brian? A pack of battle mules.
Yeah. You're right. Oh man, that'd be
yeah.
amazing. That is what Diablo needs. It's a character that can like summon pack mules, and they can be different types. Like you have to pick one. You can either have like one that carries a lot of shit, or is heavy armor and they protect you, or very aggressive ones and then they go fight for you. You know, you have to kind of pick
one that's kind of whimsical, but he romances a dragon. Yeah.
Or that would also be fine. Yeah. Romancing a Dragon, out soon on the Salty Language Amazon bookstore.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. More of that weird crypto porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You thought Shrek was weird with the donkey in the dragon? Oh no, that ain't. We'll show you
exactly
weird.
Right.
Yeah. No bows and arrows though. Just two-handed weapons if you catch my drift.
I'm working on a crypto erotic fiction right now called I Thought You Were Called Slender Man.
Is this a catfish story?
He's just
it sounds
girthy
like a
man,
story.
but he creeps in the woods like Slender Man. Yeah,
oh,
you're
okay,
not a Slender Man, but he's just got a girthy dong. That makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah. That explains why everyone's
exactly.
looking for him. They just want a piece of that. He's just trying to just live his life and be left alone. Just make tender love to the trees like a Slender Man does, and people just won't leave him alone.
Dawns down a willow tree.
Yeah.
As you do, as is tradition.
Yeah. Right. Well, especially when you're a Slender Man. I mean, you know, it's like, listen, that's what my dad did. That's what his dad did.
Walk through the woods. We rub our dawns on trees.
Yep. Don't ask me how we keep being created, but it keeps happening. So,
what are you gonna do?
You wouldn't think donging down willow trees would produce more Slender Man, but here we are.
It does not limited to just willow trees, Brian. You know,
but
the willow tree is such
that's just their preferred. Right, that's just their
yeah.
preferred tree. I see. Okay.
What about a nice birch?
It's got a type.
It's got that papery bark. It's got to feel nice.
Birch, please. Ugh.
Stay away from pine trees though. Gets all like caked in his slender pubes.
Yeah, but he kind of likes it.
It's like pomade.
Yeah.
Like, what was that? A 50s street tough for your pubes?
Can it be both? Like, don't you see it's got a pack of cigarettes rolled up in its sleeve?
Fucking pack of smokes rolled up in some scrotum.
Yep. Like, it's foreskin.
Like, bro, is your dick smoking?
Yours doesn't?
Yeah, mine's cool.
Mine
obviously, he also has a switchblade look.
Well, obviously, yeah.
Because 50 street tough.
Yeah, for sure. And it races for
course.
pinks.
Well,
you know?
Sure it does.
All the time. Yeah.
Heyo. Yeah.
Heyo, exactly. Indeed. Oh man. So I watched the new Spider-Man cartoon, the Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And I have thoughts.
All right. I love this. I have thoughts. What do you got?
I really dig the style of what they're going for, because it really feels like they're shooting for almost like a comic book feel.
That was the vibe,
and they make a lot of
for sure.
Yeah, and in the credits and stuff, like the a lot of the references they show and do in there look like, you know how like Marvel's notorious for, like up in the corner it would have like 5 or 6 heads of characters
up in the like the
on the thing.
Not a trademark really, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The comic shield in the corner. Typically where the price was at.
So yeah, they do some of that in the intro and different stuff, and they use some of the old like Spider-Man, Spider-Man, you know, like they use that as kind of a hook in the intro song that's like a rap. It's like, I liked it, but it's kind of weird in that they've changed a lot.
Okay.
Like there's a character named Pearl that feels like she's filling the Mary Jane spot.
Pearl's such an old lady name. I thought it was like Aunt May's friend.
I know. Yeah, well, and they went more with the younger Aunt May rather than the old lady Aunt May.
I mean, what's her name? Marissa Tomei? Come on now.
Yeah.
She could be my Aunt May all day. What?
Settle down, mister.
Be like, Aunt, are you stuck in the washing machine? No. Damn it.
How about now? But like a lot of the Marvel stuff, like they have like Harry Osborn and Norman Osborn are in it, but they're black guys in this, which that stuff I don't care about, right? But like the school he goes to, the big shot quarterback that's at the school, when I was like, oh, that's Flash Thompson. Yeah, it's not. I forgot the guy's name. It's something Lincoln, I believe. And they're kind of like, at least in the first couple episodes, they're like kind of pals. And he's not going to like public school. He's going to like a gifted school.
Wait, does he get picked up by a short bus? This might be a whole different angle. Oh, okay.
No. He gets the spider's not from like a field trip like it is in the comics. It's like when he gets to the school, like this portal like opens up and this like symbiote villain comes at. It's not Venom, but basically you can go.
It's pretty much
basically Venom-ish, right? And then Doctor Strange comes out and it's something from another, universe or dimension or whatever, and there's a spider from that bites Peter that turns him into Spider-Man. I gotta say though, the Doctor Strange that they have in there is kind of retro, and I kind of
see a still of him. I got pulled up right now.
Yeah, I was like, there's a lot of little tidbits that feel very like reminiscent of when I was a kid reading Spider-Man. But like I said, they've changed. Dr. Connors is a woman. But then they also are introducing characters like Amadeus Cho, who is in the comics. Last time I was reading comics, that is, he's the current Hulk. But he's not Hulk yet. He's just Amadeus Cho. He's just this like brilliant, like math whiz.
Does he
basically.
say Hulk be Amadeus?
And then no, he does
Amadeus,
not. Sorry.
Okay. Damn it.
No, sorry. And they hit like this character that's kind of like his friend in it is Nico. I forgot her last name, but she's from. I don't know if you remember the book The Runaways.
Nico from Grand Theft Auto 4. Damn it.
No, sorry. That would have been weird for a teenage boy to have that guy as his
Russian
best
gangster.
Friend, but... Yeah,
cousin. Like, God damn, here comes Roman again.
Oh God, he's gonna want to go to the strip club again.
Fucking bowling. I'm trying to do some Spider-Man shit.
Right. But yeah, it's like I said, I like it, but it's very, it's different. But I still liked it. I thought it was pretty good. But it's interesting. Like I was looking at the pull it up.
I learned anything in school, Brian. You have to dare to be different. So.
Oh yeah, I thought it was Dare to Be Stupid.
That's what Weird Al taught me, and the Transformers movie.
Yeah, that's true. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Mans. Spider-Mans. Wow, I totally forgot what I was
Spider-Mans
talking about there. No, I was talking about something and I totally forgot. Oh, the ratings for it. The episodes are like the first episode I think only gets like a 6.5. Why can't I find the episodes? Oh, that's why, because I'm not looking at the right thing.
Damn it, Brian, you're on Pornhub. It said
Your Friendly Neighborhood.
Get off of there.
No, it said Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man cast. So anyway. Oh, I'm sorry. It went up since last night because it's 7.3 now for the first episode, and 7.5 for the first episode, 7.3 for episode 2. Last night when I looked, it was like 6 point something for whatever. So there's only 6 reviews. That's why.
That'll do it. We got to bump up those numbers. Those are rookie numbers.
those all look pretty good. So it must be just people that are just mean people, I guess. I don't know.
Sons of bitches. Pieces of
Yeah.
shit.
So
How dare
yeah.
they?
But I think they did a pretty good job, capturing Peter as being awkward as shit and that
That's
kind of
good.
stuff.
I mean,
so
that's how it should
yeah.
be.
It, like I said, it really there were definitely vibes of it, in the character design, him with that yellow sweater over the white shirt and the big glasses and stuff is very reminiscent of what it was like when we were
That was
kids reading the
classic Peter
books. So,
Parker's
yeah.
uniform, basically. Yeah.
Right. And it's not, he hasn't fought like through the 2 episodes. I mean, spoiler, I guess, but he doesn't fight any, like there's no big villain yet. And that's what's interesting, I think, is like for us, right? Like people like us, we'll sit there and watch it and you see Osborn and you're like, Green Goblin, right? Like, what's coming down the pike. Maybe.
That's true. I mean, they could pull a swerve.
Up, right?
No.
They could. But, the only like super air quote super type villain was that symbiote that they allowed Doctor Strange a few minutes of like fighting with. It's not like he just shows up and is like whoops-a-daisy and pops it right back out. I mean, that's the summary of the fight, but that's not, they actually allowed Doctor Strange to kind of, throw a few quips and, uses some spells and shit, like Doctor Strange does.
Fair enough.
And it's cool seeing his like he sends his cape to go make sure that everybody gets to safety, like shit like that is kind of hokey, but I also
Doctor Strange's cape is the best. I wish I had one.
Yeah, me too. That'd be awesome. So, yeah, I'm curious to see what Cheeto thought of it. Like if he gets the same kind of retro vibes. It's like I said, it's a little weird because there's like retro vibes, but they also changed quite a bit for it. And he gets bit by the spider, and I was like, okay, the rest of this episode's just going to be him being awkward as Spider-Man, and it's not. It's just basically like a few months later, and bang, he's Spider-Man. Basically,
maybe they're doing the classic Batman. Like everyone knows, Batman's parents got shot in the alley.
Yeah. I mean, they show him getting bit. We all know what that, that's how he becomes Spider-Man. But I liked that they weren't like, oh, we got to show him being awkward Spider-Man for 5 episodes before. Like he's still awkward and new, but he's not.
Yeah, it's not waking up on the ceiling going, "What the fuck?" Yeah.
Yeah. Also, his web shooters are not organic, which I'm always a fan of because they weren't.
Myself.
Yeah. But it's kind of cool like they show it. If you look at his costume, he's got this like canister basically on his back that produces the web fluid.
Well, that's interesting.
Which I think it's kind of cool because it's pretty rudimentary for it. Obviously.
Yeah, I always thought that was. I mean, it's comic book suspender. Beliefs or whatever. Disbelief. Yeah, thank you. It's like, oh, you have this little micro thing on your wrist. It's got all this webbing in it, and
yeah. Well, it's got you remember around it, there were like little canisters, and he had to pop a new one in every once in a while. But even still, it's like.
And I didn't like the organic ones from
one
the
little
movie
canister.
Because it wasn't the little things, but also like, well, what is your body doing right now, bro? How hungry are you after web swinging all day?
Seriously, right? Oh. Yeah. But it did also make more sense, that he gets all these other aspects of being a spider, but doesn't get.
I mean, my favorite's always just him shooting it off his ass. Oh no!
That would have been so much funnier if that was the only way that he shoots it is out of his ass, for sure. So yeah, I like I said, I thought it was pretty good. I think it's a pretty good intro. They've got. They're doing like the second episode, no spoilers, but there's like the end is kind of a little like kind of situation. So
nice.
Yeah,
you like
nice.
You like it a show.
So far. Yeah, so far
it's
I like
a good show. Bong.
It's a good hopefully because I hate to see Spider-Man handled in a bad way. I am really curious going forward, like how many things are going to change though with the different villains and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
because it's really interesting that they were like, oh, let's go back with Doctor Strange to like the 1970s version of Doctor Strange almost, you know what I mean? And then like, but we're also going to change this character and this character and the biggest one I don't understand is the Pearl character. I don't know why it's not just Mary Jane. That's weird to me because, you know, or Gwen Stacy. Like, why isn't it, you know, why isn't it
standards?
Yeah. Now maybe they're down the line. Maybe they're going to change it a little bit to where, you know, Pearl is going to be because like I said, they grew up in the same building and he's got a crush on her and all that, you know? So, she, like I said, she's basically the Mary Jane character, except they're not the same age. You know, she's like 3 years older than him, I think he says in the show.
It seems like an odd choice. It'd be like a Superman refresh and, you know, oh, this is our other reporter, Gertrude. Like, well, where the fuck's Lois Lane at, you know?
Oh, yeah. Who cares about her? Gertrude's making his underpants tight, though.
Gertie's here.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, let me get into that.
Superman's only got two weaknesses, kryptonite and Gertie.
Yeah.
Gertie's soft hands.
Yeah, Pearl Pangan is her name.
Pangolin? Oh, God.
No,
thank God.
Just Pangan. Yeah. I was just looking real quick to see if there's any sort of an explanation.
Probably not, because they hate us.
Oh, here we go. Who is Pearl Pangan? Oh, God, it's so bright, though.
Is this isn't a guest star on the Golden Girls, is it? You're mistaken here, Pearl?
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds
probably.
like it, legitimately.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what they're doing.
What are they doing? Don't you got enough to share with class?
Like,
come on now.
It looks like in the comics she's a character called Wave.
Does she just say hi to people? She's at the Walmart greeter.
Very good. Very good at it, yeah.
I'm Wave. Shut up and say hi to the customers.
Yeah, right. So like the one that's playing his best friend, basically, Nico, she's a character from the Runaways. And this character is another one that eventually will maybe become a superhero kind of thing. Same with you know, so maybe that's the big deal. I don't know. So, but yeah, like Lonnie, that's where I know it from. Okay, God, I can't believe I didn't click on this. Lonnie Lincoln is the name of the quarterback I was talking about before.
LL? Dude, his numbers are sweet this year.
No. He's Tombstone in the comics.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So they're just dropping spider seeds all over the show.
It's what it looks like. Yeah,
so,
it's very
people
much...
in the know are like, oh my God. Like Cheeto, maybe, I would assume. Yeah. Yeah,
right. It looks like some of the other characters, like he gets an internship with Osborn, and it looks like all the characters basically that are the interns are also other Marvel characters.
Oh God, so, is there a really quiet kid named Frank Castle? Because
no, you got to watch out for that guy though.
Be nice to that guy.
Yeah, seriously, he needs a hug for sure. Anyway, yeah. So I saw something that if I see it in the wild, I feel like we need to try for a sweet and salty language.
Okay, all right. Well, you've piqued my curiosity, sir.
All right. And we've talked on here about Doritos flavors various times. Now, this one, I saw a list where somebody ranked the top 15 Doritos flavors, right? And it's funny because this person clearly is a person who likes hot food because almost all of them are hot.
Fair enough.
Except for toward the top, they've got Cool Ranch and nacho cheese.
Classic,
yeah,
of course.
You know, but they rank the sweet or spicy sweet chili as number one, which I can't necessarily argue with because I really like those. But anyway, this new flavor is golden sriracha.
Golden sriracha.
And apparently it's tangy and sweet. So it's not like overpoweringly hot, but it's got a little heat and then some sweet to it.
I've never seen these in the wild.
They're very new from what I've read. So
I feel like we need hunter hats on, the ones that have the brim and the air brim's flipped up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we just got to.
Like where
Yes,
Naga
or
hide?
the guy who gets
Mm,
massacred by a raptor, clever girl guy.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah,
But
R.I.P.
yeah, I bet you just go to Speedway and they're in there. But yeah,
Probably. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be able to find him. I got to go to the store before too long here, so I'll be on the hunt for him. So if I find him, like I said, I feel like we need to film
do a
sweet
thing,
and salty language with him.
Well,
Yeah,
we haven't done one in a while. I might have to go. Oh, dude,
right.
We need to do this.
What?
Because we have been going to the Asian supermarket. It's been awesome, and we've been trying some of their snacks.
Yeah,
bro, delicious. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we do this, I will pick up some fun snacks from the supermarket over there, and we can have an extravaganza of snacks.
Oh wow!
Snacksaganza. No, snackaganza.
No, probably not.
No.
Just maybe. I mean, it's closer. I feel.
Extrava smorgasbord.
Kind of weird. No, I think you're going the wrong way.
I give up.
The ship's sinking. Bail. Well, you're the captain, so good luck with that.
I mean, I bucketed so much water playing Sea of Thieves last week.
Right. Like I'm taking the lifeboat.
All right, I'm down, Brian.
Yeah, but anyway, the person that ranked the Doritos flavor put this at like number 5 overall.
That seems crazy to me.
Like it just came. No, that's what I'm saying. It's like it just came out, and they're like, "This is probably like one of my favorites." And I was like, "How could you not put the ketchup and mustard ones up there?"
Man,
I'm kidding. Those were not great. The mustard ones were interesting.
Strange.
Yeah,
I don't even know what golden sriracha is, but I'm willing to try it.
I don't either. I saw one person say that it reminded them a little bit of like sweet and sour sauce.
Oh, interesting.
But who knows? People, sometimes say weird shit.
Boy, do they.
So, like, they'll taste something. This tastes like what? You're like, no, it doesn't. Like, where the hell are you even getting that
that's
from?
a manhole cover.
It tastes like a pizza. You've been watching too many Ninja Turtle movies, my friend.
Wise man say, never pay for late pizza or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, poor Domino's guy.
Or never pay full price for late pizza. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yep. Man, I think those turtles were exploiting Domino's, and I'm not a fan of it.
I would too.
I don't care
if I was a 6-foot ninja with a shell, I also would be exploiting Domino's.
Dude, you know what would have been hilarious though is like after they did that, if Domino's had sent the Noid to collect, be funny. Like he's their tough.
Yeah, that would actually be hilarious.
Just bangs on the manhole. Who is it? Noid.
God damn it, Noid's here. Shut the lights off. Shut the lights off.
Run. Yeah. He can smell us. He's like a tracker. He's like, what's his name? Javier Bardem in No Country for Old Men, basically. Yeah. Oh, of course.
Just a Javier wig over that Noid suit.
Yes, for sure. Oh, you can't hide that head lettuce.
Does he still have the little pressurized cow killer thing?
Sure, why not? Cool. I mean, he doesn't have to.
It's just a really hard breadstick at the end of it.
Oh my. He just does foul things with it.
Of course. He's annoyed. He's a fucking freak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's banned from every whorehouse to send to Mississippi.
Yep. He's terrible. All right. Well, that's what I got for the week. Anything else?
We should probably get to our cute dubs.
Yep. You know what I'm not seeing in our emails,
our boy's been sick, to be fair.
That's no excuse.
I'm sure he'll make up for it after he hears this and he goes, shit.
Yep.
Well,
that's all right. Well, just extreme guilt.
Actually, I do have to guilt him now.
Oh, geez.
I'll tell you why in a second. Last week we asked you guys, what's the dumbest thing you've ever seen while driving? On Instagram, we don't have any responses. But a certain Cheeto liked the post.
Uh-oh. He shared it also. Because I saw it in his reels, I think. And I know he's seen
Suddenly
some shit.
It's become sus.
He has to have seen some. Like, he lives in West Virginia. He has to see somebody like hunting out while they're driving down the road or something. Right? You know, there's got to be something. Or trying to drive some of those back roads that we went on in the winter.
Hilarious ones. You want to die?
Yeah.
Diamond Top Fan Kiki says stop dead ass stopped in the middle of the right interstate lane at the wrong exit and ask the passengers if it's the right exit while they're all screaming at her, "What the fuck are you doing?" That sounds
wow. I assume she was in the vehicle.
I assume so too. That sounds horrifying.
I hope she was not the driver.
And then we also got Christian says eating a plate of spaghetti. Excellent. That's a good one. Oops, I was supposed to. Becky says in their car, putting on mascara on the road, left into a roundabout.
Oh wow!
Good googly moogly.
Good Lord, man, that's some talent.
It's definitely some talent. Oh, what the fuck? Joe here says shoot someone.
Well,
that'll do it. I'm giving him a laugh emoji. Brenda.
Yeah, he wins for the week, I believe.
And Brenda says, actually putting in hot rollers with one hand, late 70s. Don't know if they even make them any longer, but trust me, that was a feat.
Wow. I can't imagine trying to put in hot rollers while you're
no shit, huh?
Jesus,
good
people.
googly.
See, and that's what this stuff proves is like every time I hear somebody going, "Oh, drivers now are," and it's like people have always been assholes when they drive. Yes, they're more likely to be looking at their phones now than whatever, but it's not like distracted driving only came along with cell phones. Things were really. I mean, I remember being on the highway with my dad, seeing a guy with a full map peeled out in front of his face. While he's on the highway driving, like didn't pull over and I'll get my bearings.
As someone that used to do delivery driving before GPS was a thing, I definitely had a map book, and I would definitely be like,
"Oh yeah,
doing the drive," and shit, it's coming up,
Yeah. Next thing you know, you're over an
embankment.
It was I missed my
terrible,
turn.
Terrible. Oh, Cheeto's in the chat right now, Brian, or he was briefly.
What?
Yeah, he's in the chat, and we're doing the QoftheW, my guy, if you're still there, and we all feel empty inside. Everybody, all the listeners, all the enthusiasts out there.
Right. Also, we need to know he can
inside.
Redeem himself. He can redeem himself if he can tell me what my luchador name was, since I can't seem to remember it.
It was. It's like I can. It's like right here, and I can't pull it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Senor Delicioso. Yes, sir. No, Cheeto, we did not get your QoftheW, my guy. Nope. Yeah, that's gonna be a demerit. I hate to tell you.
Oh no! I hope this doesn't work like your work where they don't.
Oh,
fall off.
They fall off of my work. It just takes a year.
Okay, good. I was gonna say we're not savages. Well,
we are savages.
We are savages, but
it just takes a year to. Oh, and he did say Senor Delicioso, so I told you he would know.
Yeah. Okay. Man, I can't believe it took 6-7 hours for me to make that bowl. God,
damn.
It's ridiculous. I should make a note of that somewhere.
I should find that artwork we have. I'm sure it's in one of our shared folders somewhere. Oh,
yeah, I believe
he answered last week in the chat. Did we say it? I don't remember. Last week's a blur.
I don't remember it. Yeah. So okay. Well, if Cheeto, if you're listening, and I know you are, if you could throw that,
throw it in the chat for us, my guy. I'll read it off right presently. We can. Saw someone driving with a guy on the roof of his truck. Was he like strapped down like a couch?
Oh, I hope so. That would be way
Yeah, right.
funnier. Can you imagine? You just see somebody with someone strapped to the top of the car.
Oh no, he says Travis was driving, Johnny was on the roof, I was a passenger.
Of course they were. Yeah.
Oh,
Classic
all right. Well,
Travis.
that makes total sense. It's all
right.
coming together.
It does actually.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Good
all right,
times.
yeah. My favorite part of that is the fact that he was involved
Yes.
in it. In that it wasn't.
It wasn't look at that guy. It's like look at us.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, one I forgot about too was someone that used to come into our store, but also the video store I worked at. He was shooting bottle rockets out of his car window while he was driving.
Sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's silly for multiple reasons.
Apparently, Johnny's chin left a dent on the roof of Travis's truck.
Wow, that's a hell of a chin. Was he Johnny Bravo?
Exactly, the Crimson Chin.
Not Johnny Bravo. I guess more like, you know what? Let's go with a better one. Like Stan. Yeah, I was gonna say Stan from Family Guy or American Dad. I mean, with that giant chin of his. But yeah, Jay Leno works too. Yeah.
What do we got for this week, Brian?
Chin dent. Jeez. All right. 1 through 9.
Wow. All right. How about 7? Lucky number 7.
7. All right. This one's nothing crazy. But what's your favorite chicken-based meal?
I mean, I do like chicken.
I do too. Even though I know, we've talked about, you growing up, and honestly, I didn't think you'd eat chicken as an adult.
Yeah, well, because it was always like, the plainest chicken when my mom was like, we're going to be healthy, guys.
We're going to have steamed chicken and broccoli for dinner.
On the flip side, my mom makes a baller fried chicken, and I love fried chicken. I mean, it's got to be fried chicken.
Okay, that you can't knock that. In fact, I there's a good chance tomorrow I'll be going to get some fried chicken. We were talking about it tonight. Heading up the road to that place and getting some fried.
You should take a picture of the chicken and send it to me so I can look at said chicken.
I will.
And judge it.
Oh, so that's not what I thought you were going to be doing. But all right.
Yeah, I mean it's got to be fried chicken.
All right, so
yes, Cheeto, cold fried chicken too. Fucking love it. I will.
Amen, dude.
Smash.
There's no. I don't know how many times I've had wings, and I'll make too many basically, and then later on, you're like, I'm hungry, and you're in the fridge and you're just fucking eating them with the door open like a savage.
Dude, of course.
Been there plenty of times.
Fridge meals I've had. It's amazing.
It's the only way you eat. It's kind of weird, actually. Like Tony doesn't eat any prepared foods. It's just whatever's already in the fridge, basically. Yeah, you open the door and a table folds out.
I just lean in.
Yeah, that's the right move. Yeah. Like, why are there all these crumbs in the fridge again?
They're fucking crazy.
Would you at least throw the bones away?
What bones? It wasn't me.
Wasn't me. Must have been the dog.
Yeah, you hit him with the Shaggy defense. Wasn't me.
Yep, wasn't me. Fried chicken's probably the right answer to this. I don't see anything being better, but just to be a little different from you, I think I'll go with chicken parm.
Oh, yeah, chicken parm's legit.
Which is still a fried chicken. Typically, I have had it to where it's like grilled on a flat top, and it was really good. Yeah. But I prefer it the traditional way. Fried, like pounded thin, fried, little gravy and some cheese on there.
Fuck up chicken dishes. I do enjoy chicken.
Me too. I really
when
do.
It's unseasoned.
Just not. Oh God, right? Just plain as hell. You're like, what even is this? I remember when after my dad had his quadruple bypass, we drastically changed how we ate because he had just had a quadruple bypass. Whereas in fairness, I mean, if you're gonna get after it, that's the time. I mean, you're fresh as a daisy,
your pipes
basically.
are clean. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go. Exactly. Why punish myself after I've been through a major surgery? But we ate a lot of, just baked chicken and stuff like that
course.
afterwards, and again though, you season it right, you treat it right, it's still delicious, but it's like it's just not the same as fried chicken.
I'm gonna give a secondary because we're fried chicken's I think gonna be that's the Mount Rushmore answer.
I
right?
feel like it is.
So I'm gonna give a secondary.
I mean, I can give a few, yeah.
And it's gonna be this isn't a specific place, but it's when you go like into a small town and they're just having like chicken barbecue day, and like the fire department's out there with that 20-foot long grill, and they're just barbecuing up like chicken legs and shit.
Oh, dude, barbecue chicken is so good.
Like that's like because I've made barbecue chicken, and I can never get it as good as those guys get it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is unless it's maybe the heat level that they get.
Like charred and crispy
maybe
and caramelized. It's so fucking good.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah. Oh, that's a great answer. Yeah, because my other one. Oh, dude, that's one of my favorite smells ever. Is any place cooking any sort of barbecue, whether it's chicken or brisket, whatever. But yeah, or not brisket.
I know what
you know what I mean. Like stuff you barbecue is on a barbecue anyway. But another one for me would be chicken marsala. And you know what my number one consumed chicken dish has probably been in my whole life is probably chicken Alfredo.
Oh yeah, right.
Because man, I love chicken broccoli Alfredo. It's just there's it hits. Yeah, it's something that I can almost always be like, ooh, that sounds good. but I'm terrible at making
interesting.
it. Every time I try to do the sauce, I fuck it up. I don't know why I cannot seem to not break the sauce.
I have an idea. Maybe you should try it.
Quit trying?
Stop breaking the sauce.
Haven't
thought about that, have you?
I should have asked you sooner. What the hell?
You
I don't
can
know
book
what
me
it
for
is, man.
motivational
Like me and cheese
speaker
sauces.
at saltylanguage.com, Patreon, or patreon.com/saltylanguage.
Yeah.
Cheeto says, I guess we're going to answer his answer right now because he's in the chat. He says, my mom used, I'm assuming this is your answer, Cheeto. My mom used to make a honey glazed chicken. It wasn't breaded, but she left the skin on and fried it in a skillet. Finished it in the oven. Pretty dope. Sounds delicious.
Oh,
honey fried chicken? Oh. Am I right?
That sounds all right. Do you know? Oh man, that reminds me of something else too, which was when we used to go to Mommy Bay, and remember that what was that garlic soy sauce that they had that was for duck, but I was like, can I get that on chicken? And they were like, sure.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably still do that because they have those duck wings still.
Well, I found a similar recipe and I've made it myself. I put it on fried chicken one time, and oh my god. So yeah, that's another one. It's like a chili garlic, or like what's it? It's like chili garlic and soy, I think, sauce. And oh my gosh, it's so good.
Everything, I'm sure.
A lot, yeah. I put it on chicken mostly.
What product is that? I put that on everything. Is that sour cream or whatever?
Oh,
Frank's. That's right.
I put that shit on everything. Is what it's supposed. Yeah, I put that on everything. Yeah.
All right, good times, man.
Well, I'll tell you what all that just did, which is what it normally does, which is just really make me hungry for some.
Yeah, no shit. Right I was thinking the same damn thing.
I don't have any. I mean, I've got some like red bag out there. I could.
I mean, that works.
Throw down on.
It's not the same, but it works.
Yeah. No, but it works. Yeah. So, all right. Well, there you go. So what was it? Just what's your favorite chicken-based meal?
I mean, I would count eggs too. I'm not gonna lie.
That's fair. I mean, it's chicken-based, so yeah.
I would also count
Can't
feathers.
afford them anymore, but
it's a big bag of feathers. It's lightly salted, of course.
You're eating like it's popcorn. That makes sense. All right. All right. So there you go. All right. Well, with that, head on over to saltylanguage.com and click. I don't know, whatever.
It's just a fucking link tree,
around.
Bro. Until we get a. I was thinking about making an actual website for us again because it's fun, but I don't want to pay fees, so I got to figure something out.
Well, you know what would help that? Heading over to patreon.com/saltylanguage.
I like the way this guy thinks.
Natural. Yeah. So, but also while you're on Salty Language, please check out tangentboundnetwork.com where there's other shows in the network we're part of. Or if you need a place for your podcast, talk to them about that. If they talk to Mark, what do you got from Mark this week?
Salt and vinegar chicken feathers. You should try them, Mark. Just get some.
I can't do that.
Can't do the salt and vinegar? Night, Cheeto. Love you, buddy.
I hate vinegar so much.
Oh, man. Even on chicken feathers?
So much. Yeah. Well, I haven't tried them on chicken feathers, in fairness.
Especially on chicken feathers.
Especially on chicken feathers. All right. Oh, man. If you want to reach out to us on the socials, you can find the show on Twitter at salty_language. You can find me on a variety of social medias at
You can find me on the Instagram currently. We'll see how I feel about that. I'm starting to get a little fed up with some of this Zuckerberg bullshit.
Well, did you see Blue Sky announced that they're working on basically an Instagram
fair enough
kind of app?
But yeah, you can find me there. I don't know. I think I'm getting just too cranky for social media, Brian.
You're just too cranky for everything.
But I miss making silly videos. That's my thing. And I have nowhere to post them if I make them. What am I going to do?
Yeah, you can't just not post them. You got to put them somewhere.
I can't just do it for myself.
Tumblr.
Fucking Tumblr. Patreon.com/saltylanguage. Like I said earlier, if you want to help your boys out, there's lots of content there. There's free stuff. Heno just recently joined as a free member. Thank you, Heno. I got all excited when I was like, member join. I'm like, what? I was like, oh, fuck yeah, Heno.
Yeah.
I'd love to get him on our Discord, too, because that'd be fun.
He is on our Discord.
Was that him?
He just joined.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent him a link because silly me, the link I put in our show notes and such was not a valid
because I saw someone joined. And I'm like, I don't know who this person is. I don't recognize this username.
Yeah.
But whatever, someone's on board, so.
Right. I fixed it. So now if people click on the link, it should take them. It should be an invite to our thing. If anyone tries and it doesn't work,
I have noticed, though, with my Discord, sometimes I just don't get notifications. So it's kind of annoying. Anywho, Brian, you also have yourself a little side gig. What you got going?
I do. It's another podcast called, speaking of Heno, it's me and Heno doing a podcast called The Crazy Life, where we talk about what's going on in our lives as well as mental health stuff, recovery, all that kind of stuff. So if you're into that, please give us a listen. Actually, it reminds me I need to reach out to him about that because I think we're supposed to record this week. I think I forgot about it. Yeah. So, yeah. So, all right. Yes, with that, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Stay chickeny, I guess. I got nothing.
Balk.
Wow. You balked. I love it. All right.
That's it.